Apricot jalapeno jam is kind of a fun mix because it has the apricots that of course are sweet. It's got the jalapenos that have a little bit of kick to them. It also has a little bit of red pepper and onion and just a little bit of rice vinegar. And so it's kind of this fun combination that's so fun to eat with the different meats, even like on crackers with cream cheese. Anyways, super fun to have all these different varieties in the pantry. I start by cutting half of a cup of red peppers very finely. Then I'll seed and cut my jalapeno until it's also very fine. If I wanted it to be a little bit extra hot, I would leave those seeds in there, but I tend to want to take them out so that my kids can handle it better. I'll also finely chop 1/2 of a cup of onions. Next, I wash off my apricots so that if there's any residual spray that it will get washed away. And then I'll cut them in half, pit them, and put them directly in my blender. I need 2 cups worth of apricots for this, so I'll puree them and then check to see where they're at. I want to puree this one until it's really fine because I want this one to be more like a jelly. So even though I'm putting the whole fruit in there, I want to chop it up so that it gets liquefied. So now I'll transfer my 2 cups of pureed apricots into my pot, 1/2 cup of finely diced red peppers, 1/2 cup of finely diced onions, 1/4 cup of finely diced jalapenos, 6 tablespoons of pectin, 1½ cups of rice vinegar, and 1/2 teaspoon of butter. Now I'll place this on the stove and bring it to a boil. Now that it's come to a boil, I'll add 6 cups of sugar. And I'll stir that in and bring it back up to a boil. Now that it's come to a boil, I'll set my timer for 1 minute and stir continuously. Now I'll fill up my 1/2 pint jars to 1/4 inch of headspace, which is the space from the top of the food to the top of the jar. I'll use a clean damp cloth to wipe off the edge of my jars just so that if anything got on the rim that it won't interfere with the seal. I'll then place my lids and rings on until they're fingertip tight. I'm using my Superb lids today, which is my new favorite lid and jar company. They are American made and they're just really good quality. The seal on them is really thick. It's supposed to seal for up to 36 months. I haven't used them that long, but the ball ones only say that they will go up to 18 months. So double that, I think that's a pretty good deal. I have a link as well as a coupon code in my description below. Now I'll place these in my boiling water bath, submerged by 1 to 2 inches of water, and I'll process them for 10 minutes if I'm at sea level. I'm at 1,200 feet, so I'll process them for 15. And I won't start my timer until after it begins to boil. Now that the timer's gone off, I'll remove the lid, turn off the heat, and let it cool for 5 minutes. Then I place the jars on a heat-resistant surface about 1 to 2 inches apart so that they can cool down quickly. I'll leave them there for 24 hours so that they can get a good seal. I can tell that they have a good seal if the center of the lid is depressed down. If it is, then I remove the rings, wash the outside with hot soapy water, and store them in a cool, dry, dark location like my pantry and use them in the next 1 to 3 years. If I have any that didn't seal, I would store them in the refrigerator and use them right away. So now I get to taste test it. It's actually so pretty in here. It's like, well, you know, almost like Jell-O because of the jelly. And then you can see all those different colors floating in there. It's really neat. This is actually a really fun one. You get the little bit of the tang of the apricots. It's of course very sweet, 6 cups of sugar, how could it not be? And then when you hit the little bits of onion and little bits of peppers, you get a little bit of a zing of that flavor as well. And of course, when you hit the jalapeno, you get just a little bit of spiciness. This would be delicious to have on crackers with cheese or crackers with cream cheese or on French bread with cream cheese. I think pairing this with something that was a little bit on the creamy side would be fabulous.